Hello and welcome to our today's tutorial. Today I am going to demonstrate how you can find out the Pearson correlation coefficient using the GraphPad Prism. At first, open the GraphPad Prism, select the enter and plot a straight Y line value for each point. Hit create. This will provide you the plot where you can enter your data. So this is the x-axis. Everything you put in this column will be correlated with the others that are going to be put in the y column. And I am going to correlate the gallic acid equivalent value with the IC50 values. The data that is going to be correlated with the other should be put in the column X. I have made the data. This is the data, gallic acid equivalent, and I'm going to copy this data, put this data in the X, and this data this is the gallic acid equivalent for the different types of column fractions, and I'm going to name this column function, copy this data, going to put this column fraction, name of this column fraction. This is the this is the gallic acid equivalent data for crude methanol extract and other different column fractions. And I'm going to put the titles, X title and group A, B, C, D, their titles here also. So this is the title for the correlation. That means I am going to correlate the data for gallic acid equivalent with DP-based radical scavenging activity, lipid peroxidation, and so on. And I am going to put these values of rest of the column fractions. And this is the data. These are the data. One thing you have to ensure that whenever you put the value for DP-based radical scavenging activity, the value for CME should lie in the same row. The value for gallic acid equivalent is in the first row for CME, and the DP-based radical scavenging activity for CME should put in the first row for group A. Lipid peroxidation inhibition should be put in the first row for CME. For CME, all other data should put in the first row. Likewise, the data for aqueous fraction should put in the same row where the gallic acid equivalent has been placed. So this and so on. So this is very critical and crucial part. You must ensure that the data for each fraction should lie in the same row for different types of tests. Analysis, click on analysis, select correlation. Now click on OK. You will find that a dialog box will open, and this dialog box, you have nothing to do with this dialog box. Just ensure that the comparison of R for XY versus every Y data is selected. You can select the individual test results for the gallic acid equivalent. For example, you can choose the correlation between gallic acid equivalent and DP pace. You can also choose the correlation between gallic acid equivalent and lipid peroxidation. That means this will provide you the correlation between gallic acid equivalent and any of the X, Y axis values. But I am going to find out the correlation between the X and all of the Y axis values. So I have chosen this option. You must ensure that the Pearson correlation coefficient has been chosen. Ensure that the two tail has been chosen, and ensure that the confidence interval is 95%. Now the output value can have different types of different types of configuration. This will also provide you the p-value. The p-value could have different types of style. I am going to choose the GP style. Click on OK, and this is the correlation. This is the R regression value. These are the regression values for each and every set of different types of test results. And this is the R square value. These are the R square values for each and every test results. This is the 95% confidence interval, and the p values for two tailed are given here, and the significant level are demonstrated here, and it indicates that except the gallic acid versus acetylcholinesterase, all of the data have significant p value. You can also get a different types of output output with a different outlook of this value. To get a different outlook, just choose the analyze, choose the correlation, hit OK button. I'm going to open a new data, or you can choose the same data for same graph for same output out sheet. I'm going to choose another sheet for the results. Click on OK. In this case, I am going to choose the NEJM style for p-value, and you see that this shows the NEJM style for p-value. So this is the way by which you can find out the Pearson regression coefficient as well as the p-value for two-tailed, yes, and also find the significant whether it is significant or not by using the GraphPad Prism. That's all. Thanks to all for watching.